it's NaterGator, back again for a new video finally. It's been a while, been really busy lately, but today is a pretty special video because in my possession, there we go, in my virtual possession is the Tfdi 717, one of the most hyped aircraft in flight sim that I can honestly really think of as speculative. But think of an aircraft that had been so hyped that this one had. You have to probably go back to anything released by Tfdi or like Majestic 400 or something like that. The reason for the hype is that the Boeing 717 is probably one of the most overlooked jets in flights. As far as I know, there's not even a good model of the 717 before this, let alone one with dedicated cockpit and mast and all that kind of stuff. So when Tfdi announced they're doing this project, everyone lost their fucking minds. And when they released the aircraft, when they initially released the aircraft, because this is the thing about what they did too, Tfdi is a company that specializes in flight sim software, not necessarily aircraft, before they decided to take on this project. Their products before they made this included stuff like smart cars, which is good for commercial airlines, software hosting, and sound packs for the 737. I think there's one for helicopters, I can't remember. But this is the first full-on plane that they decided to tackle, and they tackled it from a software developer's point of view. They set a release date, they released it with the idea that they just keep releasing updates, making it better over time, and I think that really put off a lot of people who were expecting this to be released at the release date as a finished PNG level, ready to go product. And as a result, this product actually got a lot of backlash when it was first received. I remember people telling me like, oh, don't buy this, don't buy anything with TDI, this plane sucks, the autopilot doesn't work, it doesn't fly well, so anything related to that. Against that advice, I decided to buy the plane actually. And my opinion of it, as you'll see later, is that it's not worthy of the hate, but it wasn't worthy of the hype that it was getting out of it. It's not a PNG or Majestic level product yet. Now the reason I bought this aircraft, it has a $60 price tag, which I don't think it's worth right now, but the reason I bought this aircraft is because I have faith that the guys over at Tfdi have been doing really well with their customer service, responding to feedback, responding to complaints, making changes wherever they can. They have this community opt-in beta program where people like me who bought the aircraft can test out the aircraft, find bugs, report the bugs, and then they'll go through each one of the complaints about bugs or whatever, and they'll do their best to fix those. And as a result, later versions of this aircraft, like the one I have right now, I think this is version 1.0.5 or something weird like that, is a lot better than their initial release. They fixed a lot of the bugs, but not quite all of them, and you'll see what I mean as we go on this flight here. So we're going to do a flight from Melbourne to Hobart in Australia. It's Melbourne Mondays over here, so over there it's like dinner time, but here it's like 1 in the morning as I'm recording this, so it should be real fun. Happy to do this video, I'm happy to do this flight, and I'm happy to show off what I think is actually a pretty solid aircraft. That just wreaks havoc on my computer, but really not any more than PNG or Majestic does. Ever since I moved to the dorm, not the dorms, the student living here, the student apartments here, I've just not been able to get any good performance out of my computer at all. I'm not quite sure what that issue is yet. Okay, so to start off with this aircraft, we actually got to start at the, if I can switch to video, or if I can switch to captures, we just got to start off at the Tfdi add-on manager. Now this isn't, PNG and Majestic set the bar very, very high for add-on managers, and there's still bar none in that category. But for what it's worth, this add-on manager is actually pretty nice. It's pretty intuitive. As you can see here, you can set your passengers, you can set your cargo, you can set your fuel, and if you scroll down to the bottom here, you can actually enter the distance of your route. So in this case, direct from Melbourne to Hobart, it's 333. That's just what I entered. The route isn't too far off from being direct. And it'll give you a suggested fuel, and you can use that calculated fuel, and it'll upload it into here. The other tab that it has here is aircraft sharing for a dual cockpit for multiplayer function, which is something that's steadily becoming mainstream in all of these add-ons. I know PMDG's been working with that. Majestic Pro version has shared cockpit, and shared cockpit is slowly becoming something that's just becoming the norm with all these aircraft. And this is something that Tfdi actually does pretty well with their aircraft. If I get the chance, I'll show off a shared cockpit video later on, but not today. So for installation, you can manage your installations at any time. You can uninstall from Steam Edition like I could here. You can install it into your regular FSX. You can install it into Prepare 3D. I'm not sure why this is here if they don't have the install for it. It might not work for V2 yet. They might be working on that. I'm not sure. I know V2 is going by the wayside, but I'm not that experienced with Prepare 3D. So, also down here, there's a Customize button. You can choose Persistence mode, which allows for the automatic saving of the 717's current state upon exiting the simulator or when switching to a different aircraft. When enabled, the aircraft will be exactly as you left it the next time it is loaded, including every switch. So if we got on the ground, if this was enabled, which it actually looks like it is, but when this is enabled, and say we do a flight and we just leave it, like we turn off our engine, or we shut off our engines or whatever, we turn off a few switches, don't turn off the battery, it'll be exactly how we left it, with the battery still on, with the switches how they are, with the engine shut off, and that's what that does for you. Really useful if the game crashes while you're on the ground or something, or if you have any sort of glitch where you need to reload an aircraft. So I think it's a nice feature. You can also set auto rudder here. I don't have it on right now. Options, so you can choose between 18,500 pound thrust engines or 21,000 thrust rated engines. You can mute your sounds on lost focus. And then for hardware, you can mess around with the null zone if you want to. I've just kind of left these as they are, except for the engine rating. I changed to the 21,000 pound thrust engines because more power. Anyways, if you go to systems here, you can choose between imperial and metric units. You can show airspeed trends. You can show radio altitude on your PFD. You can show between US and European map symbology on your navigation display. You can show your wind indicator is a vector or a track, and you can enable peaks mode as well, which I actually haven't done. I haven't messed around with this either, so I'm not quite sure what peaks mode does. I'll get back to that. So the ADR I use, you can set for a realistic alignment time, short alignment time, and instant alignment time. Now, I have it set for short. I haven't really changed it around a whole lot. Realistic, I mean, if I was just going to try to fly this by the numbers right now, I'd do that. But I think short is fine. And then for GPWS and eGPWS, you can choose between approaching minimums or plus 100. Personally, I don't care either way, but approaching minimums is just something I'm kind of used to. Alright, so if we go back to that, that's pretty much the entire add-on manager. You can also get support. The credits are on here for everybody that worked on this project, including guys from other companies, actually. You see Joshua Shea here from Aerosoft, Henry Chen and Jonathan Bleeker from Milviz helped work on it. Lead programmer and the guy behind TFDI is Colin Bidencap, excuse me if I pronounced that wrong. Lead artist Brandon Filer. 3D models is Jenya. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Maitinanovich from Milviz. And then another guy's name I can't pronounce, doing the textures and night lighting, who was also from Milviz. And then as you can see here, this is the one thing that's interesting about the aircraft. TFDI actually partnered with Turbine Sound Studios, or TSS, to do the sounds. As a result, every single sound in this aircraft is done by TSS, and I think that actually works to this aircraft's benefit, and you'll see as we go on. Flight Dynamics Engineer Martin Becker, Engine Performance Consultation Andrew Reynolds, Community Manager Joshua Mendoza, and then special thanks to different people including Milviz, Fly Inside FSX, ACE, Jetline Systems, and then the copyright information. So without further ado, let's go back into the aircraft here. Oh shoot, actually, let's not go into the aircraft real quick, because in my frenzy of getting things done, I forgot to actually send my payload to the sim and send my fuel to the sim. So for this flight, we'll load up with 128 passengers. Oh, another cool thing about this too is if you click on the buttons, you can actually use your keyboard up and down keys to go between your weight. So we'll put it at 2,400 pounds for forward cargo. Honestly, I haven't been doing a whole lot of research into whether you should load more in the rear, more forward. It affects the CG on the aircraft. I've just kind of been flying it for the sake of flying it, but we'll put 2700 in the rear cargo. There's 340 actually for distance. Calculated fuel suggested it's 10,963. We're going to go ahead and use that. And send payload to sim, send fuel to sim, and now it should work when we start up. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the aircraft here. I have it set up in cold and dark. You can change that with the iPad. That's usually over here. I accidentally clicked out of it. I'm not sure how to click back into it. But there's also an iPad on the co-pilot side. And that actually does bring up something that I want to tackle real quick. Tfdi did a great job in separating pilot systems from co-pilot systems. As a result, pretty much everything on that's on the pilot side and on the co-pilot side works separately. So if you change the altimeter over on this side of the aircraft, it won't change over on this side of the aircraft. You actually have to go and change it on this side of the aircraft. This works very, very well for shared cockpit functionality. So let's go ahead. Yeah, like I said, I haven't figured out how to get the iPad back on the screen yet. I accidentally clicked out of that, so we're going to have to go ahead and go over this one. Might be kind of hard to see, but there's 4 buttons on here. I believe this one's exterior. Let me zoom in a little more, actually, if I can. Yes, I can. That one's crew, that one's documents, and that one is status. So if we go to status here, we can choose between cold and dark, ready to start, or ready to fly. We can also select auto rotor if we want it. We can go through what our center of gravity is, our gross weight, our zero fuel weight. I feel like those numbers aren't right, so hang on a second. Again, sometimes you really just gotta be fidgety with this thing. So, okay, here's what I'm actually gonna. So I'm gonna set my passengers. It didn't come up for some reason. So set my passengers, set my cargo. Set my rear cargo, and 6,000 pounds is fine for me. That's the default, 6,000 left, 6,000 right. Go ahead and send payload to sim, send fuel to sim, and it comes up now. Fantastic. Alright, so as you can see, the information is in there. Got our 12,000 pounds of fuel, got our gross weight, got our CG. Gonna go ahead and click on that, and that's the other thing too. It goes to sleep if you don't like have activity over it, which I think is pretty cool actually. But it has all our information down there. If we go to documents, we can look at our checklist.png here, and if you convert PDF files to images, you can actually get those on here too, and you can see like approach plates and other charts directly on this iPad, which I think is a really cool feature. I think FS Labs actually did this first, but Tfdi definitely did a good job implementing this as well. If we go over to crew, for shared cockpit functionality, we can connect as the pilot flying, the pilot not flying, or an observer. And that's more for when we do shared cockpit. Exterior is the main one that we're going to be on. We can connect our ground power unit, we can open our main door, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Open our front cargo door, rear cargo door, and then once I get everything set up here, I'm going to set the ground power as well. Let me zoom out real quick. All these 5 LCD displays are clickable, and they do show up as you can see in the upper left corner of the screen when you click on them. I don't really like to fly like that, but it's there if you want it. Let's go ahead, battery on, emergency power arm, bustizer auto, gen. Like I said, I'm not really following any strict checklists here. I've kind of just been flying it for the sake of flying it, just to kind of get used to everything. So now that our battery is on, I'm going to go ahead and as you can see, the auto lights up, lights up, pops up, and that's our LCD displays going to show up as well. I'm sure you guys can already tell the sounds are just fantastic. The buttons click as they should. The sound when you turn the packs on, a noticeable difference there. The sound when the ground power comes on. It's all just very, very well done, and a huge high point of this aircraft. So for how this review flight's going to work, I'm going to do the flight first. If I have time to do the flight, or if I have time to talk in the air, I'll give some more general thoughts about the aircraft, some general thoughts about my videos and what direction that's heading in, and some basic review points. We are doing this flight on the VATSIM network. We're doing this part of Melbourne Mondays for VATSIM Australia, which is a very good RTAC, and that doesn't get enough recognition for just how well they do their virtual flights in here. Let's go ahead. Shoot. There we go. Turn the nav on, turn the beacon on, just because. Okay, so our display showed up there. As you can see, our IRSs are not aligned yet. Here we go up here like in most Boeing planes. Switch to nav. Switch to nav. This one's an operative. And actually click on it so you can see it now. And then after that 3-minute time, we should be good to go. So the route we're flying today is from Melbourne to Hobart. And I've actually got to look for that route in a moment. Let's go ahead and go to Fantastic here real quick. Because I entered the route on vPilot, but I didn't put it into my FMS yet, and I forgot I forgot what route I was flying. So, and then we'll call for clearance afterwards. Let's see, 12 departures, 7 arrivals at Melbourne right now. We got 1 departure, 9 arrivals at Hobart. So it looks like everybody's going that way right now. So let's go ahead and see what I filed. Flying is QJet 1891, 717 for QantasLink. Alright, so it looks like we're flying to the Mike Lima, the Melbourne DME first, and then H169 to Clark, and then W519 to Hobart DME. So let's go ahead and enter our information. The FMS is pretty standard. You got your FMC1, ACARS, ADAS, CMTS, maintenance, and return. I'm going to go ahead and click on FMC1. It'll let me. There we go. Sometimes the buttons don't click right away. It's part of some of the performance issues of this aircraft. The flight plan initial. I'm going to go ahead and scroll in a little bit because I haven't been able to get the screen to pop up right. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, I had it. Maybe. Nope, it doesn't show up. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter YMML. Come on. There we go. YMML slash Y M. Man, this aircraft just does not want to comply with my mouse today. Not sure why. YMH. There we go. Go ahead and enter that in there. It might be because I'm running OBS as well. Probably not the greatest idea for an aircraft that I already get very, very bad performance with. But we'll see how this goes. Back to flight plan initial. It's saying align IRS. So for that, we can just click on initialize IRS. It will let me. And that's pretty much all you have to do. The information will show up here, and you'll be good to go. Eventually. I guess it hasn't been 3 minutes yet. But we should be alright. Let's see. Actually, I think. So there we go. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So in a short while here, we should have our information here, scroll bar and everything. But for now, let's go ahead and flight number's not really that important. We are going up to 3, not to 1. It's 3, 1, 1, 0. There we go. Everything's aligned there. 310 for cruise level. And I think that's pretty much all I need to enter there. So if we go to the next page, we have our weight initials. So our takeoff ground weight is going to be 104. 104, come on. So, not gonna lie, I think this is a solid plane, but it definitely has been frustrating for me at times. There's still some things that need to be ironed out, some places that just really, really irritate me. And one of those is actually just trying to push these buttons on the FMC. They just do not click the first time you do it. Zero fill weight is going to be 92.9. That's why I kind of want to enter as little things as possible, otherwise it's going to be here all day just trying to enter in this information. 92.9. It's going to be our takeoff CG. Come on. Gosh, this plane just is... Oh, I wonder why I entered it wrong. That's a brain fart. Alright, zero fuel weight, that's what I was going for. Display all there we go. Well, I'm not trying to enter anything now, it's... Jeez. That's frustrating. Alright, CG I believe is 20.4, I want to say. Come on. Zero. I swear, just... No, not too much. Reminds me of like the old days when your computer is frozen and you try to enter a website address and you just keep entering characters and then finally unfroze and you have all these characters over screen. It's about that frustrating. Hit the period. There we go. 4. It's going to go in our takeoff CG. There we go. Alright, we can go ahead and go over to our flight plan here. Before I enter anything else, I'm going to go ahead and call for plans. So, let's go ahead and get AS information and get on over here. Wow. Yeah, this performance might be an issue, actually. Get ready for some slideshow action, guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and look up, let's see, we got Melbourne Addon on 118.0. Let's go ahead and tune to that. Tfdi's aircraft have a really interesting system for scrolling between frequencies. You actually use the middle mouse wheel to scroll, and then you right click to pull out on a knob, and left click to push in on a knob, which is what I think most aircraft developers have been doing nowadays. I know Tfdi does that as well. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch over.
Knots, within 10 kilometers. Clouds due at 3,300 feet. Temperature 26 degrees. QNH 1014. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify receipt of November. Melbourne terminal information November. Runway 16 for arrivals and departures. Winds 180 degrees at 11 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Clouds due at 3,300 feet. Temperature 26 degrees. QNH 1014. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify receipt of terminal information November. Runway 16 for arrivals and departures. Winds 180 degrees at 11 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Clouds due at 3,300 feet. Temperature 26 degrees. QNH 1014. On first contact with Melbourne.
Alright, we've heard that enough times. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Melbourne Tower, actually, because it doesn't look like ground's online for this right now. And I'm really worried about this frame rate. It's really just awful. It's worse than
All stations, all stations, Melbourne Tower is back.
It just said someone's back.
Quarter 6 Delta Charlie requested. Quarter 6 Delta Charlie. Taxi via Quebec Echo Alpha. Cross runway 27 to Charlie holding point runway 16. Quebec Echo Alpha, cross 27 holding point runway 16. Delta Charlie.
Melbourne Tower, QJ 1891, IFR to Hobart.
$18.91, stand by.
didn't even say my call sign.
I'm at 729, are you ready for departure?
Tower, Plummet 729, on the deco, ready to go.
I'm at 729, assigned runway heading. Clear for takeoff, runway 16, departures airborne. Have a good flight.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16, runway heading airborne and over to departures. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Still waiting, still waiting.
1891, was that a departure clearance, correct?
Affirmative, QJet 1891. I felt the same route as everybody else. Hashtag American Promise.
1891, I noticed it has the Melbourne 4 departure in your plan. Are you happy? Can you accept Sunty 1 or do you need a radar departure?
Stand by for 1891. We should have it. I think he said the Bison for Reds. Or no, he said Melbourne for. And QJ 1891 has the Melbourne for.
Roger, understand Melbourne 4. So, cleared to Hobart via planned route. Maintain 5,000 initially on the Melbourne 4 departure, runway 16. Squawk 3077, and the frequency is 132.0.
Alright, Squawk 3077 and Melbourne 4 departure from runway 16, flight plan route for QJet 1891.
1891, and that was Squawk 3077, please confirm.
Squawk 3077 QJet 1891.
Yeah, 1891.
G'day, close to 5, we request clearance to Hobart.
25, cleared to Hobart via planned route. Maintain 5,000 initially on the Sunty 1 departure, runway 16. Squawk 1011, departure frequency is 132.0.
Clear to Hobart, flight plan route 5,000, squawking 1011 off runway 16. And then say the departure again.
1 is 25, departure is Sunty 1, and could you please repeat your walk?
Yeah, cancel both of those, say again.
1 is 25, just confirm your squawk is 1011, and your departure is Sunty 1.
Squawk 1011, yeah, we just have to look up departure, don't think we have it on the
1 is 25, we have available then, and text me that.
Close to 5, now we can do the 5 departure, that's right.
I hope they really get on this because it's about half the frames I typically get in APG right now with about the same settings. It's gonna make recording future videos pretty hard if it stays like this, which would be unfortunate because I really do want to.
What a 6 Delta Charlie holding point, runway 16.
Alright,
Ready for the flight.
Let's go ahead and take off our
6 Delta Charlie, please take off runway 16, departures airborne, have a good flight.
close the doors.
Clear for departure, Still the Charlie.
There we go. No. Close. There. No. Just really annoys me sometimes. Alright, let's see if it closes. There we go. There. Alright, should be good to go. So let's call for push to start. And let's get the show on the road. Let's not get the show on the road yet. I gotta put in my flight plan first. That's yeah. Alright, that shouldn't be too long though. Melbourne 4 from 16. Go ahead and insert that. That's being a pain in the ass as always. Actually, no, we're fine with the 5,000, but that's alright. Let's see. Put Melbourne's MVP in there. I can. There we go. Gosh, the low performance.
On a
is really
25, I can do the Charlie Whiskey Sierra 5 departure.
I'm gonna assume it's the first one. Hopefully.
Thanks, Chris, 2-5.
It's clear flight plan is continuity there. I guess it won't let me do that. Yeah, I won't let me do that. Whatever. Okay, so after Melbourne, I believe we're on the. Gosh, what are we even on? We're on something. H169 is Clark, that's it. Alright. Airways. Come on. I'm just clicking up, trying to click buttons. Six. I want to say Banks. Is it Banks? No, it's Clark. Dang it. I don't know where I got Banks from. Clark. Banks. No. It should be noted that I'm running well above the minimum requirements as far as systems goes. I'm actually running here. I'm running about what they recommend for peak performance. So I really don't understand the issues. If anyone's an expert on this kind of stuff and wants to help me out, let me know, because it's been like this with all aircraft, and other computers with the same specs that mine has are getting better performance. I'm not really sure why. So if anyone has an answer to that question, let me know. Anyways, H169 to Clark. As you can see though, the modeling and the texturing on the VC is very, very well done. As far as eye candy goes, this aircraft has it. So if you love looking at stuff, and I am guilty of this, I do love eye candy. This aircraft is definitely a looker. Everything is done really, really nice with the modeling and how the displays look and how the buttons look and all of that. So it definitely has that going for it. Performance, however, it does not. Okay, we finally got that in there. Seems like it took forever. So H169 to Clark, and then we're taking the, gosh, what are we even taking? W519 to Hobart, India. So let's go to Clark here. There's Clark. Clark. Click on Clark. Let me click on Clark. Jeez. I That took like 5 clicks on my mouse just to do that. It's ridiculous. Airways. It took so long to do that, I forgot what airway I was flying. W519, there we go. W5. Doesn't help that it's like one of my 20s. W519. Holy crap.
Inside approach 25, request pushback.
Stop speaking through the potato like English.
Station calling, please repeat the sign again.
Seriously.
Quarters 25.
I think it might cost like $15.
Quarters 25, push and start approved.
Push inside approach, quarters 25.
I'm gonna go ahead and insert that, and that should be our flight plan. So, because I'm lazy, I don't check that. Instead, we're gonna go over to takeoff and approach. Right now, it's gonna be for takeoff. Flap setting is gonna be 13 because we're taking off on the long one.
Quarters 540. Taxi via Tango Papa Echo Alpha runway 27 for Charlie holding point runway 16.
So you can click right about here is where the spot is.
Correction, Bravo holding point runway 16.
Use your keyboard to enter information. So that's actually what I should have done beforehand. So let's go ahead and enter 13 0. As our flight position, V1, VR, V2, I'm not really going to bother with. Like I said, not flying to sync by the members. With our weight and flap setting, no. Just from experience, flying this thing so far, it'll probably be V1 about 125, VR about 132, V2 about 140. It's about your typical go-to speed for a aircraft. And obviously, it does change with your weight and everything. So I'm not trying to say it's like one of those freeware default aircraft where it has like a set takeoff.
Quarters 540. Taxi via Papa Echo Alpha runway 27 for the Bravo holding point runway 16.
So I have a pretty good idea of what I'm supposed to do. Let's go ahead. So like 5,000 was the initial altitude. So go ahead and set that.
This quarters 25.
Jesus Christ, dude, just stop talking.
Quarters 5. Say again.
We're definitely quarters 25, the last transmission.
We're quarters 50, but quarters 25, right, quarters 25, taxi via Tango Alpha, cross runway 27 to the Bravo holding point runway 16.
The only bad part about having the stories and mouse wheel is that just somebody's going from one to the other just
Taxi via Alpha to runway 16, cross runway 27, cross 25.
Jesus Christ, dude. Anyways, like I said, I'm not going to dock off points for that. Because it's not legal. Let's see. So I think now actually, if we go turn our emergency power off, and turn it back to on. Yeah, that goes away. So should be good for a push now, so let's go ahead and give the call. Melbourne Tower QJet 1891, ready for push and start, gate B29.
1891, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, QJet 1891. And before anybody gets on me, I know I should have said Bravo there, oh well. Let's see, tell me what I said. Push and start is approved, let's go ahead and wait for the safe push and start. I thought it, oh, you know what, still. Still have it.
Melbourne Tower, Bombardier, Hotel Bravo, Bravo, Whiskey, ready to go. Runway 16, IFR confirmed. Bombardier, Victor, Hotel Bravo, Bravo, Whiskey, cleared for takeoff. Runway 16, cleared for takeoff. Runway 16, Bombardier, Victor, Hotel
Quarters
Bravo, Bravo,
540 negative, taxi via Tango Papa Echo Alpha cross runway 27 to the Charlie holding point runway 16.
Don't forget about this isolation valve too. Default is for auto. You gotta set it to open, and then do your engine start. You can start your first engine while leaving the isolation valve to auto, but you can't set the second one or change it. That's something I would do. Anyways, happen right here before the slideshow gets any worse. I can't figure this out at all. If anybody really has any answers to this, I might actually pay you money just to give me a solid answer that actually works for this, because my
Bombardier,
computer
Bravo,
with
Bravo,
the
Whiskey,
specific hash
contact
not
Melbourne,
able to
departure on 132.0.
and it's just really annoying.
132.04, Bombardier, Bravo, Bravo, Whiskey.
It's only started happening when I moved down to the place. Oh well. Alright, let's go and start number 1.
All stations, Melbourne ground is now online. Those on the ground, please contact Melbourne ground on 121.7. What is 25 though, please stay with me on tower.
First 25.
Actually on ground. So ground is 121.7. Probably a good thing to turn our controls on. Switch over to 112.
You're on Quebec at this stage. Could you taxi via Echo Alpha and cross 27 holding point Charlie, runway 16.
Melbourne ground QJ 1891 with information. I believe it's November, ready for taxi.
Correct, sir. Information November. Can I just get your call sign again, please, sir? One more time. Your call sign.
QJ 1891.
QJ 1891. Please hope I'd airport via Sunty Bowl Plan route. Mission climb 5,000 feet. Runway 16. Sunty 1 departure. Squawk code 3077. Departures with Melbourne Approach 132.0.
You got a stuck mic on frequency, but squawk 3077 and cleared via flight plan route Melbourne for departure off runway 16 for QJ 1891.
QJ 1891.
And QJ 1891 is ready for taxi.
QJ 1891. Sorry, correction, 1891. Taxi via actually taxi holding point Charlie, runway 16. Via taxiway Tango Alpha, cross runway 27.
Tango Alpha to holding port Charlie for 16 cross 27 for QJ 1891.
Melbourne Ground Gate QLink 84, that's a request, clearance to Material itself.
QLink for Delta, good evening. Sure, oh, my fault. Seems to be disconnected with the plan. We'll reissue again. Stand by.
A lot of cars are going, but also got to keep on the throttles, otherwise you're going to be going too fast. Also, because I really don't want to
Our station, all stations on ground. Stand by, please. Stand by. QLink 84 Delta, cleared Mildura Airport via all stations. Stand by, please. I'm trying to transmit clearance for aircraft. I appreciate your patience. Break, QLink 84 Delta. You're cleared to Mildura Airport via Takeoff plane route. You should climb of 5,000 feet. Runway 16. Captain 8 departure, squawk code 3063, departure frequency 132.0.
South Melbourne runway 16, Kappa 8, 3063, departures 32, QLink 84 Delta.
QLink 84 Delta. And the last station calling. Stand by, please. I've got another aircraft. All stations stand by, please, for clearance. Got a 3 aircraft calling. Stand by. Next aircraft to call. Go ahead. Melbourne Ground, next aircraft to call for clearance.
That's why I haven't been posting any payware videos or putting videos up payware.
Melbourne Ground QLink 78 Delta requesting to Mildura.
QLink 78 Delta, you cleared to Mildura Airport by Takeoff plane route. Initial climb 5,000 feet, runway 16, Kappa 8 departures, squawk code 3065, departure frequency, Melbourne approach, 132.0.
Into Mildura via the Takeoff plan route from runway 16, separate to squawk 3065, is 132.0, QLink 78 Delta.
QLink 78 Delta, break, Qantas 540, now contact 130.5, okay?
throttles are touchy, especially in taxi. I think I can find your throttles constantly or on your brakes constantly, otherwise your airspeed's going to go all over those. You'll see in the air too, it's been pretty hard to keep the speed hold on the autopilot because of just how touchy and how powerful the throttles are. That's definitely, I don't think the real substitutes like that was necessarily stats. So I feel like it's either an autopilot bug with the speed hold, or it's a bug just with the flight dynamics and how the throttles work in that way. I'm not quite sure. But I definitely think that's an issue. So let's turn right on Alpha here. These frame rates are not really helping to touch the throttles either. Alright, on Alpha, got permission across 27, I'm going at 96. Shut down some programs. It looks like it is getting a little bit better now.
World Travel Diner 136, hold position. Caution at Boeing 717 on the taxiway. World Travel Diner 136, continue taxi. Roger, World Travel Diner 136.
Takeoff here, go to the part, and then part 2 of this video will be landing in Melbourne.
Station information on current changes are wind 190 degrees 15 knots, QNH 1014.
My general plans aircraft, and then the actual view part where I'll list my source with the categories and get my overall opinion of the aircraft and where I think it's headed. So if you just want the review aspects, part 2 is probably where you should go. If you want to take off from Melbourne here.
World Travel Diner 136, hold position. Caution at Boeing 717 on the taxiway. Hold position. World Travel Diner 136.
So it looks like performance is getting a little bit better. I shut down Lookthrough, and I shut down the Tfdi Addon manager, so hopefully that helped.
World Travel Diner 136.
It did actually help a little bit. My frame rate was like
Roger, World Travel Diner 136.
There you have it. Still not anywhere near good.
QJ 1891, contact tower now, 20.5 there.
120.5 for 120.5 for QJ 1891. Oh, he said hold on, Charlie. Shit. I have a number for you. Nah. Too distracted. See, that's what happens when you have shitty frame rates. No excuses, I should have known better. We'll just pull up the moment for Charlie though, and then we can tell where I call and get up there. I'm not even gonna bother trying to talk to him because he's one of slow guys. Oh man. For what it's worth though, the rudder control and once you'll see when you're near here, the aircraft actually does hand fly very, very well. The flight dynamics part that has to deal with like climbing, ascending, turning, parts that where you're actually flying aircraft works very well. Real dog here for flight dynamics just comes from throttle control because I do not think that it's just that fidgety. So let's go ahead and stop right here actually. Stop right here, we'll go over the tower, which we already have set up there. We'll set our departure frequency too, so departure is going to be one of these. Can't remember which one he said. I think he said 1, 2, 3. I believe I can do one of these. Alright, so we got that set in there. We're going to go ahead and power call and put up on out of here, miles. Melbourne Tower, QJet 1891. We're actually at holding point Bravo instead of Charlie for runway 16. Sorry about that.
QJet 1891, no problem at all. Did you receive departure frequency 124.0?
Yes, sir. Departure 124.0 for QJet 1891.
QJet 1891, perfect. Takeoff runway 16, departures airborne. Have a good flight.
Clear for takeoff 16, QJet 1891. Just like a real jet, actually. If I was to take a long time to respond, I feel like the time that it takes to respond is a little bit exaggerated, but that's not really that much of an issue. I do like how it's exaggerated, or I do like how it's how it takes a long time to respond. It's make flying a safe challenge, even when your frame rates are. Let's go ahead and start here.
Melbourne Tower, World Travel Niner 136, runway 16, ready for takeoff. IFR, Adelaide. World Travel Niner 136, clear for takeoff. Runway 16. Clear for takeoff. Runway 16. World Travel Niner 136.
Hollis 96, descend 5000.
John, Contact full left.
Yeah, Hollis 401. Hollis 441. G'day.
Conformer, my runway is 16.
Unit 2330, star clearance available.
Montreal radar, QJet 1891 through, actually at 5,000 now.
QJ 1891, Melbourne Center, g'day, you identify com flight level 240.
240, QJet 1891.
Thanks for that, Qantas 453 is leaving 4250.
Qantas 453. New Zealand Air Force 757, descend flight level 270.
for the 0, which we were already doing, using Air Force 757.
Alright, so I've been a bit busy in line there.
Melbourne Australia 602 9000 feet.
I think we're going to end the video here. Stay tuned for part 2.
Hello 632, descent 5000.
And give my general thoughts.
Descent 5000, 460.